All right. Welcome back, everybody. My apologies for the technical difficulties. It is part of us melting with or melding with technology. We may want something right now, but if the technology does not agree, it's going to give it when it's ready. Okay. We need to take a breath and relax. Know that I'm going to do a call unless it's medically impossible for me to do it or technically impossible. I'm going to do a call. Okay. Unless it's just foobar. If we get an hour in past the time we start, I'm not going to do it. But we're good. So let's go ahead with all the updates. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. So cooperation is the biggest part of where I am at right now. I have 5 recordings to send to you. I have an updated list to put together for a promise delivered. There are a lot of people now coming to us because of our exposure with a few other opportunities and people coming to the call or being told about our call here. That could likely explode in ways that we probably didn't think was going to happen this early. But I have a bunch of categories to hit this evening. So buckle in and we'll try to hit them one by one. First and foremost, update on a promise delivered. Phone call with our programmer was done Friday evening, Saturday evening, 2 days in a row. The implementation that was put up, this I was at the bank yesterday. What a joke, but he's going to allow me to pay the bill later so I can do what I need to do so that you guys can get rolling. Now, I need to say this early before we even get in the back office, before we start talking about what it is you're doing, how it is you're doing. And I need to pick on some points. Okay. And these points are like me going to go get an apple tree switch the size of Kansas. And I say that with a smile, but I do say it. A promise delivered is a very powerful system. It is going to do everything that it was designed to do, plus 10,000 times more. It is going to require patience. It is going to require following instructions, which seems to be very difficult. Unfortunately, this small program that we're doing now, with all of the videos, instructions, PowerPoints, and this is small. This is really, really small. The phone has not stopped ringing with questions about the very things that the recording cover. So I say that, and I'm bringing it up because of the simple fact that a promise delivered is no joke. It is a system. It is a financial recovery. It is Everything that you probably wanted for all of the other programs that we've joined and tried to make work and tried to have the right amount of people and all this foolishness. It's that times 10. It is immaculate, if I say so myself. I have looked at it, I've watched it do what it does. I've been in the back office, all three of them. Listen, I'm giving hints. All three of them, I've seen what it does, how it does. I've seen the payout system that was built just for a promise delivered. It was built for this platform. It wasn't somewhere else and they just attach it and plug it in and go, like attaching PayPal or attaching this system that's already up and doing what it's doing. They had to create it because of what a promise delivered does and how it does it. Very powerful. But you have to take your time. You have to read and you have to watch the videos. All of this information that's back there, and there's a lot of information back there. You have to read. For me to have done it the way I wanted to do it or wanted it to be done would have made it illegal. Okay? Simply because it would have just generated money. And when you have a system like that, they call it a Ponzi scheme or they call it a pyramid. And then you have the tax people after you, have power of attorneys, not power of attorney, attorney generals. You have all those people coming after you. But when you make it legal, that means the participant has to get involved. If you need to take 3 or 4 days just reading, you only have to read it once to understand it and learn it. Once you understand what you're doing, you just repeat. Just repeat. But that initial step into a promise delivered is going to throw a lot of you out the back door, over the truck, and underneath an elephant. Okay? Don't let that scare you. I'm just saying to you in advance, do not rush through this. Do not think that you have done this somewhere else and you're just going to, oh, yeah, I know. If you do that, you won't make it. If you've never read anything out of your entire adult life, please read the information in the back. Office says with an S. Take your time. Okay? It is vital that you put the information in correct. It is vital that you understand what you're doing. In order for you to maximize your entire time with the promise delivered, all you have to do is come in correctly. That's it. Once you get past the coming in part, done. Done. Just repeat. But if you come through the front door with that mindset that I'm seeing with this little teeny program that we're doing, oh, I know, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay? I hope you're terrified. I'm trying to scare the underwear off of all of you. I want you terrified because I want you to take your time. If you rush through it, you're going to mess up and you're going to be stuck. And guess who you're going to try to call? Guess who you're going to try to call? Guess who? Nope. I'm going fishing. I'm telling you now, I'm going to launch this thing and I'm gone. I'm going to disappear for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I just want you to know that it's literally done. He finished the last part of it. Like I said, it was very expensive. It was not cheap. I thought we were going to get away with it, but it was almost $3,000 extra. Okay. And again, it'll be made up once we launch. And that's what I told him. Just finish it so I can launch. So, where we stand with the programmer is the next step that I will be doing is approving colors, making sure this looks like that, the pretty part of it. The hard part is done. The part that's coming is what the back office looks like, the color setups, all that stuff. That won't take but a couple days, maybe 3 with those guys he got. All they do is aesthetics. They make stuff look pretty. That's what they do. Day in and day out, 12 hours a day. All I got to do is tell them the color schemes that I want and the theme that I want, and they'll go to work. They only have 1, 2, 3, 5 pages to fix, 5 or 6 pages. You have the entry page where you're going to see those documents that you're going to electronically sign. Remember that? Those documents I sent to everybody just to read it, that everybody was trying to print out and sign and send back. Never said that. That's what I'm talking about. I said, just read it so you know what you got coming. The phone like to jump out of my pocket. I can't print it. I'm trying to sign it. Where do I get it notarized? When did I say that? That I wanted it back right away. So again, paying attention is going to be vital. I'm going to do my best to make sure that there is a tutorial that matches every step, including going to the website, because that's not easy either. The security on this thing is ignorant. I'm just going to tell you straight up. There's security in between each page, wrapped in a 90.9 encryption from one page to the next. Most people just have encryption on the website URL. We have security, might as well say, in between each page and on the URL. The highest you can get, just below military grade, because you have to be military to actually have that type of encryption. But we got one step under. Okay. The other part that I wanted to try to give away early so that you get prepared. Please listen, I'm giving away stuff if you just pay attention. Is the fact that the wallets that you're going to be able to use are literally all of them. All of them. So that you don't have to go get WireX. You don't have to do this one. You don't have to do another one. You can use whatever wallet you want. But know this, know the wallet you're using. If the wallet you're using has a lot of high fees like Coinbase and a few others, you might want to, look at something else, but the back office will accept all wallets, all of them. Okay? So I wanted to break that one. That's a huge one. First, we were only with one wallet. Then we only had 70 coins to work with. Now we have over 5,000 tokens. We have all the wallets. We also have the integration to go to whatever's coming in the coming weeks. If the QFS pops out, guess who's ready to snatch over and go right seamlessly with it? A promise delivered. All these other guys out here, these other platforms and whatnot are going to be like, what do we do? Not a promise delivered because I know it's coming. So I had them build it into the system. So when it pops up, guess what? We keep flowing. Everybody else is going to be like, what do we do? What's that program over there? A promise delivered. Let's go over there. That's what's going to happen. They're going to find out this is the only program on the internet that was ready for QFS. This is the only program on the internet that you can be in any language and understand what's happening. The only program paying on a regular basis, timely, that doesn't require you to get 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, whatever. You don't have to go get nobody. Just come on over. Okay. So where we stand right now, like I said, is in a beautiful spot. I would say a week, week and a half or less, I should have the keys in my hand to a Bentley called a promise delivered. I'm going to stick the key in the ignition and open the doors and say, come on, y'all, get in. Let's go take a ride. But you got to read the instructions. The instructions are very deep. They're very detailed. And if you read the instructions and follow the videos, one point at a time, you should be fine. If you come to a promise delivered with that chip on your shoulder, thinking you know how it works, you're sadly mistaken. And that chip's going to have you in a trash can or riding on the back of a garbage truck. Personally, I'd like to see all of y'all in the front seat of this Bentley that we're going to be riding in. Okay? Hard headedness will have you stuck. Hard headedness, laziness will have you trying to call me to find out how to get in. I'm going to laugh at you just for a short minute. And then I'm going to say, go watch the videos. They were put there for your benefit, for you to be able to get in. This is why you guys, do you realize where you are sitting? Does anybody have an idea? Don't unmute. Where you are sitting with this platform? There's the platform, there's me, and then there's you. Was there anybody between me and you? No. So you are at the very beginning of something extremely beautiful. If you want to be financially free, follow the system that I am laying down in front of you. You have a promise delivered. You have MWR. You have several crypto companies in between those two. One of them is one a day. They're paying for it. Another one is basically Bitcoin that you're going to be introduced to. And there's another one that's BNB that you're going to be introduced to. And all three of those are going to help you understand how to move cryptocurrency, which we are going over. All right. Crypto class. You come to the crypto class, you can learn how to move that money, move into wallets, move into banks. And I have a very sad story. I'm not going to drag it out too long, but I'm just going to tell you this. In the past 2 days, I've dealt with 3 different banks. One of the banks closed my Zelle, PNC, closed it, just closed it. They saw the 25, 25, 25, 25, 20. What are you doing? 25, 25. So they decided to turn it off. Okay. Went to another bank for the line of credit to pay for this last part of this software. Like I said, it's quite a bit. Sat down, brought all my paperwork, brought all my stuff, went over this, that, the other, where you work, how much money you make, what's your blood type, what size shoe you wear, how many times you blow your nose. You know what I mean? Just to be told no. Okay. Went to another bank today, Bank of America. Went down there and talked to those people and had all this paperwork all across the desk and come to almost 40 minutes later after all the questions in and out, up, down, left, right. Oh, the best we can do is 500. 500. I said, okay, thank you. I gathered up my paperwork. I went out in the car and screamed for 20 minutes. Sometimes you have to just release. But see, you have to understand something. When you try to do something good for many, one comes down on you and stands in front and blocks everything you do. Okay? So I had to push him aside. No, I'm not done yet. I just needed to scream for 20 minutes. After I got that off my chest, I thought to myself, self, you are currently given a class on how to eliminate banks and or financial systems out of your life. Why are you not listening to yourself? You know what I said? Self, you got a point. So I am saying this to all of you as of tonight. And I'm going to say it on every call I do going forward. And that is one simple statement: get the hell out of the banks. Okay? You're learning how to use crypto. You're learning how to use wallets so you can move your crypto. Some wallets have a debit card where you can go shopping, some wallets don't. So what? We're learning how to create a bank, okay, where all of your crypto is going to go, correct? So in that scenario, I want you to realize something, and you should see it already. All the programs that have been introduced to you over the past month have been dealing with what? Cryptocurrency, digital money. The classes that you've been taking through my tutorship has been about what money is for the kids corner. Some of you are on that call and learned some things about what money is, where it came from. We've gone over on the adult class wallets, several of them. Sent out an email with a whole list of all the different wallets that you can get so you can make your own decision on the one that works for you. Crypto, digital currency. Listen to what I'm saying to you. We've also had a discussion and talk over probably the 2 classes about a final part in that process. And some of you know it as soon as I hang it up or bring it up. What's in my right hand? This is going to be a cold storage device. This is your bank. You become a bank owner. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I'm going to say it again. You're dealing with platforms and programs that are dealing with cryptocurrency. That's your source. Some of you know these words that I'm picking at because you've been on the class. That's your source. Okay? It's all crypto, digital currency of some sort. In the middle is your wallet, not that leather thing that you sit on and sit like this because all of the stuff in there. I'm talking about that electronic wallet, WireX, Coin, Coinbase, all of them, Exodus, those wallets. You're learning how to get them. You're learning how to use them. That's your new money. And then on this right hand, because this is what I do in the class, the right hand is the bank. That's the cold storage of your choice, to which I've sent another list, YouTubes, that shows you all of the cold storage, and you are to pick the one that you like. That's your bank. You become a bank owner the second it gets to you. When it comes in the mail and sitting on your front porch, you have just graduated from I don't want to say the wrong word and upset somebody. But I have to use it. You have graduated from a slave to a bank owner, because this is who you're going to go ask for loans. This is who you're going to go talk to about that new car that you want. This is who you're going to talk to about getting the house painted and anything else that you want in your life. You're going to go see your bank. You're going to talk to the owner. And all you have to do is grab a mirror and say, "Self, I need to go get that car." Okay, go to the bank. Pick up the bank. Go get the car. You get what I'm saying here? There is nothing in between those three things except time. Your source, your wallet, listen to the word before each thing. Your source, your wallet, your bank. Did you hear me say Comerica, Fifth Third, Chase, or anything else in between there? Did anybody hear any of those institutions in that three-piece move? No. When you get this at your front porch or mailbox or whatever, you have just left slavehood. You are no longer a slave. I'm going to teach you how to be financially secure and perfectly happy, because you won't have to go see nobody or ask somebody if you can have a little bit of money so you can fix something. That's over. That's what a Promise Delivered does. That's what MWR does. That's what these three cryptocurrency platforms does. We're only working with one of them right now. There's two more coming. So I need to get you ready. And then you got a Promise Delivered in a week and a half or less. That's like throwing buckets of money at you, and you got a mason jar. You can't have a mason jar to catch a bucket of money. You need another bucket, right? From one bucket to the next bucket. So that's where we are. And like I said, I need you to slow the hell down, stop rushing to fill out anything, especially with a Promise Delivered. Do not rush that process. Take your time. There is no need to rush. None. There may be a conversation with someone coming up within the next day or so that will bring thousands of people. Remember how I told you that day one this thing was going to be international? Remember when I said when I launch this, we'll have more people than we need? IM has already made that happen, and we don't even have the keys yet. See what I'm talking about? So we are in a very beautiful spot. Um, I have a lot of people to load yet still in the crypto thing. So after this call, I'm going to go back downstairs and continue loading until that's all caught up. But I wanted to take some time to make sure you understand where you are, what's coming, where we are with a promise delivered. We're almost done. We're almost done. Like I said, I've seen the back office. I've clicked on it. So it's not in design mode anymore. It's a real thing. It has 3 back offices. I've seen them. All right. Very, very powerful. I'm excited to say also this is off topic, but I do want to make sure that you know about it, um, because it's really less than a month and a half away. A lot of you may or may not know, but I'm going to put it in your ear so you're aware of it. So when the time comes, it won't be like, well, what's that? Before Christmas, sometime between now and then, you're going to get an opportunity to go to something called a med bed. Okay. Med bed. It's a medical process that you will receive. You lay down and do whatever they ask you to do. There are 2 things that I need you all to understand. There's a reason for everything. If you don't understand what it is, come to the health call because I'm going to go over it thoroughly this week, Wednesday. You're going to get the opportunity to get in one and fix everything, including this. Because a lot of this has become dirty. That's why it's so hard to remember stuff. That's why it's so hard to understand small, complex things. Those glasses are going to come off your face. You don't need them. The canes you're going to hang up on the side of the bed somewhere. You don't need it. It's coming. And the beautiful part is you're going to have plenty of money to go wherever they're going to do it at. They'll let you know all that stuff, but you'll be able to do it in style. Not, oh, do I have enough for the bus trip? You ain't got to take a bus. You'll go in the best because you can afford it there and back. And while you're there, you're not going to be there long, 6 hours, I believe. Go somewhere, get a room, have dinner, go get fixed, go back to the room, have dinner, and go home. Right? Simple. The main thing is, like I said, take your time. A lot of people ask me, how is it that you can be so patient? How is it that you don't get upset and go irate? I do. You just don't get to see it. But patience is part of my life. I practice it daily. Right? So that's where we are. I promise delivered. I hope this long call didn't bore you half sleep. Let me stop the recording. And I'm going